We are talking about the 3 best comics from last week's New Comic Book Day, coming up right after this. What's up, comic book fans? My name is Bruce Moreau.
And I am Stephanie.
I wish we were... there we go. What's going on, guys? My name is Bruce Moreau, and welcome to the channel, guys, and welcome to my best of video. That's right, I'm talking about the best comics from last week's New Comic Book Day. I've done the top 3, the top 4, and we're going back to the top 3. Now, these books are my favorite. They might not be your favorite, but I want to talk to you guys about why these 3 books that I picked up on, what is it, 8/26, 2020, and why they are my favorite from the 21 books that I picked up. Now, I didn't read 21 books. No, I did not read all 21. There were 7 books that I was behind on. So those books were put back into the gigantic pile that I have of books to read. But I did read 14. Justice League Dark. Sorry, trying to find the glare. Did not make the cut. Batman 3 Jokers. Did not make the cut. Batman Superman. Did not make the cut. That Texas Blood. Did not make the cut. The Man Who Fucked Up Time. Did not make the cut. Dead Body Road. Did not make the cut. Canto number 2. The Hollow Men number 1. Did not make the cut. X-Men. Not make the cut. X-Factor. Did not make the cut. Hellions had a really good ending. Did not make the cut. Daredevil Annual number 1 did not make the cut. So what does that have? Well, what does that leave? What does that leave? Well, let's check them out. Let's check them out right after you look down. Are you subscribed to the channel? No? Then what are you doing? Hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification, so that way you guys are notified when Stephanie and I upload new content to the channel. And also when we go live every single Friday at 10 p.m. Eastern on Comics and Beer. And smash that like button. Now with that out of the way, let's talk about my top 3 books, or the best books, in my opinion. In my opinion, again, this is all my opinion, of last week. Book number 1, Family Tree, number 8. This is written by Jeff Lemire and art by Phil Hester. Guys, this book continues to be one of the best books coming out every single month that it comes out. It is just one of the coolest stories. Now, you're probably thinking, what makes this so cool? Why should I be picking this up if I'm not already picking it up already? And why should this be at the top of everyone's list? Well, it's because it's an original, awesome story. Number 1, that's my favorite thing. It's just an original story. It's about a girl who turns into a tree, and you find out this thing has been happening to other people throughout time, but they've never been able to be fully mature into the trees that they were supposed to mature into. And this girl finally matures into it. But we also deal with the heartache of her family realizing that they're going to have to see their sister, their daughter, their granddaughter turn into a tree. That's crazy. How much of a mind fuck would that be? It would be crazy. And it's just written so beautifully well. Every single issue is heart-wrenching and tear-jerking and action-packed, and just, it's such a good story. Flows so well. And he's had like side stories with the grandfather, which this issue, something tragic happens to the grandfather. I'm not going to ruin it. But it's sad. But then there's a really cool moment with the son in this issue. The son, or the brother of the sister. He has like a big moment where he shines. It's like, oh, and it's been hinted at throughout, I don't know, a few of the issues where his story is going to go, which is really cool to see that moment happen. And then the art in this book is so beautiful. It's definitely stylized. It has its own little look, but guys, it fits the story so well. This book and the art had creeped out Stephanie so much that she can't even read the book because the art is done so well and it's just so creepy. I love this book. The art is great by Phil Hester. The story by Jeff Lemire. Come on, it's Jeff Lemire. It's fantastic. It's just, he's one of the best writers right now, in my opinion. So are the next writers coming up. And I'm sorry if you hear my dog, Frank, snoring in the background. But this is a must-read, guys. Image Comics, Family Tree. If you haven't picked it up already, you can probably find the first 5 or 6 issues in trade and then just find these issues because they're so good. Now, that was one book. We got 2 left. 2 left! Can you guess what they are? I bet you can't. One of them you might be able to. One of them you might. And it's written by James Tynion. Now, a little hint? Did you get it? Did you find out what it is? And that is Wynd number 3. Now, this is art by Michael Dailanis. There's a few amazing things about this book. One, it's by James Tynion. James Tynion is just, he's firing on all cylinders. His Batman book is amazing. This is amazing. Something is Killing the Children is one of my favorite books. It's one of Stephanie's favorite books. And Stephanie and I are really enjoying this book right now. It's another original story. It's kind of been told. Versions of this, I guess you can say it's been told. It's about a person who is of magical origination, and he's being hunted, or he is an outcast in a society who hates magical people. He's been hidden in this human society for a while, but there's a raid going on, and they're clearing out anyone who might be magical. And it's a really beautiful story. There's a king and some craziness going on. One of the artwork is gorgeous. It's definitely stylized in this more kiddish look. I'll make sure I have B-roll of that footage. So it's definitely kind of has like a childish feel, but it's told in a very beautiful, you don't feel like you're reading a kid book at all. It flows really well. There is a really cool moments with Wynd, who is this little guy right here, and his best friend. And Wynd has a crush on the gardener, who's this big, strapping young guy. There's so many elements of the story that are so cool. And these books are also really, really fat. I believe each issue is 62 pages. I'll try to find online how many pages are in each book. I believe these are $3.99 still, not $4.99. No, I was wrong. They're $4.99. So you pay $1 extra, but guys, you get so much more for it. Every single issue of Wynd is going to be that big. So James Tynion is putting in a lot of work. Michael Dailanis is putting in a lot of work, and I highly suggest you guys pick this book. It's a nice fantasy romance person or coming of age story, dealing with things that are happening in his life, hormones and being an outcast and his family being torn apart. It's a really good book. You guys should definitely be checking this out. I really like it. But the last book, and the train's going by. It is only 70 degrees outside, so I have the windows open, so I apologize for the train. I'm gonna let that go by. Might fast forward a little bit, we'll see. Still going. Yep, still going. The joys of living in Long Island, New York. All right, guys, my pick of the week, my favorite book of the week, is probably a book that I've talked about in the past. I absolutely love this book. The writer on this book is Tom Taylor. Just a little hint for you. Suicide Squad. Suicide Squad number 8. This is ending in issue number 11, so there's only 3 more issues. But this is has art by Daniel St. Pierre. Tom Taylor is such an amazing writer. Not everything he writes is the best thing in the world, but Deceased, Deceased, Unkillables, and Deceased Dead Planet are so freaking good. Suicide Squad is so freaking good. Why is it so good? Well, he introduced these characters. There's a bunch of on here. It's a new team called the Revolutionaries. They were captured in the beginning of the series. They were forced into Suicide Squad, and they are just badass. And Tom Taylor does a great job of making you fall in love with these characters. Maybe love is a stretch. Maybe love is a word I should not be using, but I fell in love with these characters. These characters are just fantastic. And he's done little issues where he singles out one of the characters on the Revolutionaries and he gives you their whole backstory. And he gives you how they either got their powers or how they were treated when they first got their powers, how they were captured and forced into whatever scenario they were forced into. This book deals with Aerie and it's just awesome. It is so good. And the previous issue, which I didn't read before, I read it right before I read this issue was dealt with Deadshot and his daughter and his family, and it was so good. This was Ares' chance to shine, and it was so good. The art, the storytelling is just fantastic. I am so sad that this is going to be ending with issue number 11. But supposedly, if you watched our Comics and Beer this last week on August 28th, 2020, we had Bruno Redondo on the channel, and he answered some questions for us. And he said, all along from the start of this book, this was only going to be an 11-issue book. So at least it's not getting cut short. It's just ending in its natural cycle, and it's going to be awesome. And I hope you guys are all picking this up, or at least pick this up in trade. But we just gave away a butt ton of these signed on this past Friday night's live stream, and it was epic and awesome. Definitely be picking up this. Oh yeah, and the artwork is absolutely gorgeous by Daniel St. Pierre. Bruno Redondo is the other artist on this book. I believe he's coming back in the next issue, or I know he's finishing 11 because he unveils Harley Quinn's new outfit, which is dope. But guys, those are my top 3 books from last week's New Comic Book Day, which was August 26th, 2020. Yeah, what do you guys think? Did you guys pick up those books? Did you guys agree that those were the best books of the week? I bet you some of you are saying, hell no, Batman 3 Jokers, or hell no, That Texas Blood, or whatever other books you guys picked up. Let me know down in the comments, because that's where you guys should be telling me, Bruce, you're crazy, you should be reading this. Bruce, catch up in this book because you should be reading it. I got Ninja Turtles to read. I got Mercy to read. I got, I don't know, the list goes on and on. I got the new Wonder Woman in there, the new creative team in there to read. There's a lot of books in there. I know I got to get caught up. But from the books that I showed you, am I right? Am I wrong? Let me know down in the comments. Thank you guys so much for tuning in for this video. I will be back probably on Wednesday for my Holland vlog. We'll be back on Friday for Comics and Beer. It's the first one of September, ramping up for the big giveaway at the end of the month. Something is Killing the Trillion. Wertho Dell'Edera is sending us an original art print of Erica Slaughter. That's right, original art print that you can win if you show up each Friday, building up to the end of the month giveaway. All right, guys, thank you guys for tuning in, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Oh yeah, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe, bell notification. Peace.